In addition to stock market pressure, oil prices also once again under pressure today. John Defterios is live in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for us. US crude has now dropped some 12% since the start of the coronavirus outbreak. And John, you and I have been long discussing at what point here the OPEC players, the OPEC plus players like Russia, perhaps step in to shore up prices here. What are the Saudis saying at this moment?
Well, it's interesting, Julia, because this will build momentum going into that emergency meeting on March 5th and 6th. I was looking for the best analogy, and I have it right behind me. This is a classic sandstorm that you get during the seasonal change here in the Arabian Peninsula. And it's a storm brewing again on Wall Street, and it's affecting the oil market. So equities and bonds hitting prices again by another 2% after a very sharp fall of 5% on Monday. This is quite radical, and the Saudi Minister of Energy, Abdulaziz bin Salman, told me, look, we shouldn't be complacent, not only in the oil market, but worldwide. We have to pull up our socks, kind of a hint to Russia. They need to cut in total in the OPEC plus about 600,000 barrels a day. So what does this coronavirus mean for the mothership of Saudi Arabia here in the capital of Riyadh? And that would be Aramco. I talked to the CEO, Amin Nasser, on a major oil and gas panel today, and he's indicating that the first half is basically a washout. Let's take a listen.
Let me say that I think it's a short-term, first of all, issue that will be hopefully in the second half it will be confident it will be over. This is not something new or something that we have not been through our history. We have been through these cycles so many times. We are adapting very well to manage whatever the situation calls for.
So you see it as a first half challenge that can be cleared up in the second half of this year?
That is our view.
And we often benchmark this crisis of the virus vis-a-vis SARS in 2003. Julia, we know it is worse. It could last for up to 6 months, according to the CEO of Aramco. What does it mean for their exports? You know, China takes in 10 million barrels a day. 2 million of that comes from Saudi Arabia, and a lot of exports coming from Kuwait, the UAE, Iraq, Iran to China. And the other two top customers, South Korea and Japan. So the Asian pressure, and this is playing out on Wall Street, clearly hits the oil-dependent Middle East right now.